Good morning, candidates. This is Business Standard 24th August. Twitter forced to have India agent on its payrolls. Finance Minister says banks must ensure credit schemes reach eligible citizens. Highway in INVIT, investment IT, to be open to retail investors, says Mr. Gadkari, Union Minister. Supreme Court says Binami law cannot be applied retrospectively. Adani to acquire 29% in NDTV makes open offer for 26%. Broadcaster says no consent from or conversation with founders. SpiceJet explores stake sale, other options to raise rupees 2,000 crore. Taiwanese fab major may set up plant in India. Power Chip Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, the third largest fab company in Taiwan, is exploring the opportunity to come to India. According to sources, it has had some preliminary discussions with Indian companies for a possible tie-up. The move is significant as there is a growing interest on the part of global fab companies in the government's recently announced semiconductor policy. Reliance Retail enters FMCG with own brands. Big tech under lens for anti-competition play. A parliamentary panel on anti-competition on Tuesday questioned the top executives of Indian arms of Apple, Google, Amazon, Netflix, and Microsoft about the business models of their companies and their impact on small players. Aim to bring down inflation to 4% within 2 years, says Reserve Bank of India Governor Mr. Shakti Kanta Das. Central Bank hopes to achieve its objective without growth sacrifice. Enforcement Directorate registers PMLA case against Manish Sisodia, Delhi Minister. Now, a vax drive for lumpy skin disease. Cattle being vaccinated as disease breaks out its initial holds of Rajasthan and Gujarat. Apple gears up to launch Made in India iPhone 14. Plans to cut production lag between China and India. Scindia, Union Minister, pitches for global aviation centers in India. Tata Sons pegs AGR liabilities of two telecom firms at 19,638 crore. Reliance Retail takes its FMCG brands to Kiranas. In the non-food space, it has entered personal care and home care business. Meesho looks to be profitable in 1 to 2 years, according to CXO Megha Agarwal. Meesho may look into public once it turns profitable. Internet e-commerce company Meesho. Government of India bonds Nivesh Lakshya. Cash and order receivables grand total 100. I don't know what it is. Nippon India Nivesh Lakshya Fund. Current portfolio of sovereign securities. I think it is a mutual fund, perhaps. Yeah, it's a mutual fund. Now, INVIT to be open to retail investors, banks must ensure eligible citizens gets loans, says Finance Minister. SBI, ICRA see economy growing at double digit in Q1 of financial year 23. Railways subsidizing travel by 55%, spent rupees 62,000 crore in 21, says Minister. Commerce Department to form trade promotion body. Exports to be $470 to $480 billion in financial year 23, says Commerce Secretary. Canara Bank to raise up to rupees 3,500 crore via Tier 2 bonds. IRDAI growth targets feasible, but will depend on insurers' risk appetite. Center speak to states over labor codes. This point we have already read. Taiwanese fab major in talks to enter India to set up plant. IT department seeks to prosecute Anil Ambani secret funds in 2 Swiss accounts. This is advertisement introducing Sundaram Flexi Cap Fund. One-stop solution, rely on expertise, benefit from India's growth, navigate through volatility, optimizing opportunities. Nod to overseas financial investment according to revised regulations. Holding of less than 10% in an overseas entity not considered control. Inflation rates may hit $114 billion firm debts S&P. Standard and Poor. 17 mineral miles taken back from states due to non-production. Big tech under government panel. This point we read already for alleged anti-competition play. What is a freebie? Experts dissect basic information. Strain on exchequer arising from SOPs to industry, bad loan waivers, etc. must be discussed, say public finance experts and noted economists. Economists given here: Montek Singh Ahluwalia, Ritika Kera, then Jean Dress. Legislation or court rules. Supreme Court brainstorms on doles. PMLA case against Mr. Sisodia. United States asks citizens to leave as attack on Independence Day likely from Ukraine. Banks slice $80 billion of M&A debt that no one wants. Pakistan said to get $2 billion from Qatar. Malaysia's top court sends Najib to jail after failed appeal. Malaysia's top court ordered former Prime Minister Najib Razak to begin a 12-year prison sentence. Want to make relationship between India and UK more two-way, says Sunaka. Startup binge on private money as markets dry up. The need for ambience. The government's best tribute to Vajpayee would be to implement his idea of creating a mahal for policy change. Investing abroad rules revamped to increase ease. Global cotton crisis, climate adaptability needs to be improved. Adani Empire deeply over-leveraged, wants credit size. Sharp earnings downgrade impedes small cap recovery. India's consumption story unlike to derail experts. Begin locking into best FD rates available currently. The case for pricing UPI transactions, but of course I read another one that government is not willing to charge, because that will be now all these days it is being used quite vociferously, but now it may affect. India needs 10 million apprentices in 10 years, says Team Lees. SBI presents Business Standard Banking Show Thursdays 11 a.m. Banking Unlocked. Visit Banking Show or scan this code to watch previous episodes. Is India seeing a revival of farmers' agitation? I wish it should be no. Is India becoming more self-reliant in defense? Will four-wheeler stocks hit the fast lane in H2 of second half in this fiscal? So these are the points given in today's Business Standard. I have read the headlines. So this will be of use for you to say, make an active thinking within your mind to read further so that you can face interviews with confidence.